Okay, fill in the blank. Even if I was starving, I would not eat blank. And Chris Demm said licorice or black-eyed peas.
Oh.
Licorice, I agree.
I can eat red licorice, though.
You
Food.
like it's okay.
Red licorice I can tolerate.
Tolerable, but black is terrible.
I don't like that flavor.
Not poop.
No.
Okay.
Food. A food. You're starving and you're in the desert and somebody offers you a plate of this, but you won't eat it.
Gee whiz.
I know you need a
Biggie
plate.
said lima beans, which is another good answer.
Yeah, I can't stand that either.
I probably wouldn't eat like coconut. I can't stand.
I know
coconut.
you're not. Oh, well, and what about cilantro? You hate anything with cilantro?
Yeah, more spice. Nobody eats that alone.
Right.
But if somebody handed me a piece of coconut cake, I'd slap it away.
Really?
Interesting.
I don't
What
like
about those pink snowball hostess
Hate 'em.
things?
You won't because of the coconut.
I don't like coconut. I never liked it.
I do like coconut. All right.
What's your answer, Kelly?
I think black licorice is. I'm with you. I cannot.
Yeah, I'm with that
stand
too.
it. I cannot.
I think a lot of people don't like that.
Oh.
Yeah, I wonder if that's like a genetic thing because the people who love it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but they're not most of us.
I always thought it was an older thing. I mean, my grandma loved it.
My father loved it, and Dave and I grew up the same. Cornbread and milk, pinto beans,
That's right. Sweet milk.
sweet milk.
We used to do that. We used to take cornbread and put it in a glass of milk and
Yep.
crush it up and eat it with a spoon.
That's what we did. My father, I'd say, "What's for dinner?" He'd go, "Cornbread and milk." That's what we had a big.
My dad always asked, "We don't have buttermilk."
Yeah,
They call that the,
No, we don't have any
the
buttermilk.
depression milkshake.
He didn't have it.
we'd do cornbread and sweet milk, or if we had buttermilk,
Yeah.
we'd have it that way. Golly, my kids don't know what good eating is.
Well, fix it for 'em.
That's why I should fix that for
Well,
them.
one of them's leaving.
Cornbread and milk. That's right.
It'd still be there in the morning.
And
Go to
then
work
A congealed
next to an empty
congealed
Chick-fil-A
thing.
wrapper.
Yeah,
Hell, you
right.
won't even eat it
That's
now.
right.
That's one of those meals they'll come down and be like, "Oh God, are we poor?"
You know,
Did Daddy get fired?
cornbread and milk. We used to have that all the time.
And pinto beans would never came out of a can.
Oh no,
My mom would make them out of the dry bag, the bag
Yes.
of dry beans.
Oh, yes.
And here's one for you. Ever had yellow-eyed beans?
Yellow-eyed.
That's a mountain thing.
No, I don't think I've had
I'm gonna
that.
go up in the mountains and buy
Is that
y'all
like,
some.
is that like a testicle?
No.
A yellow.
Is it one of those joke foods?
Is that okay?
They're so good and so creamy. You'd love them.
A yellow-eyed
I'm
bean.
gonna bring you a bag and you can make them.
Okay.
If you can eat them. I don't know what you can eat or can't eat. It's like you can't eat.
Well, right
Food.
now, I'm on a program right now. I can eat food. I told you I had that haddock the other night.
I just said you can't eat avocados or something.
I can't eat avocados.
See?
Too much fat in the
No
avocado.
salmon.
No salmon. Too much fat in that fish.
Oh,
I'll
man.
tell you this though. The other night I made an air fryer haddock, and this was discussed late in yesterday's show.
I drove past your house, but I was on the highway part.
Yeah,
And I could smell
you
it.
smelled it. My wife texted me and said, "Here's another am I the a-hole for you. You made air fryer haddock, and now the whole house is stinking, and it remained stinking yesterday. But I never smelled it. People I think it might be a COVID leftover because I couldn't smell it.
People have asked that if you
Yeah.
had COVID left over.
But yesterday my kids came home from school. They're like, "Oh God, it still smells." My son told me he had a dream that I had died and was decomposing, and that was what
like an old haddock?
That's what he thought it was. He thought that's what, because of the haddock, that's what he thought. Jordan, what's the weird food that your grandmother ate? Go ahead.
So she's dead now, rest her soul, but she used to eat cantaloupe with brown gravy like you would put on mashed potatoes and swore that it was one of the best things to eat.
Wow, I can't even imagine. Well, no, it's that salty sweet, that is such a combo.
Yeah.
You never tried it?
No, you couldn't pay me enough money in the world to try it.
That is an odd combination.
It really is. I mean, cantaloupe at our house was breakfast, and gravy was dinner. I mean, they would just never be in the same room.
Although my parents would put salt on it. They put
Yeah, oh,
salt
yeah.
on that
Really?
and watermelon.
Watermelon. Oh, yeah, we salted our watermelon and our cantaloupe. You're right.
And my daddy would put a piece of cheese on his apple pie,
Oh, yeah. Well, you told us that. And
which I don't know why that was. But
Oh,
then you
yeah.
see,
Yeah, that's become a thing.
Oh,
you
that's
see trays
people-
of cheese
Oh,
and
that's a thing.
fruit.
We'd have black-eyed peas and collard greens.
High blood pressure
Oh,
and the rheumatiz.
That's right.
and what was it?
And the sugar.
Oh my gosh, we had it. It was really good.
It was
Cut
good.
your foot off.
Speak of, well, you cut your foot off, but you ate good.
Yeah,
You know,
and you had it for 40, 45 years.
That's
you
right.
don't need both feet.
You had you had your foot for 40 good years. They take one off, but by golly, you could eat what you wanted.
That's right. And you had a stick right there to help you walk.
That's right. That's right. People help you around.
Your daddy's walking stick.
Here's the Am I the A-hole? A P1 says, a friend of mine is really on me about something. We went out to a pretty nice dinner the other night, and he was saying he's heard us do this Am I the A-hole lately with me. And he says, here's one that I have. We all agreed to split the bill. My part of the bill was $175. High dollar restaurant. I knew tipping was going to push me to an uncomfortable limit on my credit card, so I decided to leave a Target gift card that I'd gotten at Christmas.
Oh, no.
That is a $50 Target gift card that I think is a pretty nice tip, but everybody else said that was awful, that I should not do that. $50 Target gift card as a tip on a $175 dinner. Your thoughts?
I don't like it.
Appalling. I'd ban you from my restaurant for a year.
Yeah, you got to tip.
This is not
Cash.
how social intercourse works.
Well, what if it was a $50, what do you call those, like credit card gift
Like
card?
a Visa card?
A Visa card, $50 Visa card.
I don't think so.
Different? Yeah.
Yeah, I think you got to use money.
I mean, if you're going to go to a restaurant,
You have to know.
end up with a price tag like that.
He said it was more expensive than he thought it would be. And so he was pushing the limit on his credit card. And he happened to have, from Christmas, he had that $50 Target gift card in his wallet. And he put it down there.
Yeah, I don't care for
You're
that.
saying no. You're saying no.
No, it's
I
like
wouldn't invite
trading.
that person to dinner either. I would shun him from my circle.
Yeah.
It's like trading goods. I mean, you like go in there and they give you a nice meal, and then you hand them back a live chicken or something. You don't do that.
We've done that.
I know. You don't do it. You do
That's how
it
we
once.
used- that's how
You
we
do
used
it
to-
once.
that's
You get
right.
told. You never do it again.
Steven, you're talking about weird foods. Go ahead.
Hey guys, love the show. P1.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was telling Biggie, I've got a good friend. Her daddy eats peaches like out of a can where they're cut in half,
Mm-hmm.
and where the pit was, he puts Duke's mayo in the pit, and then he sprinkles real sharp cheddar cheese over top of it, and then eats that.
What
Man.
a combo.
How did you come up with that?
But
Jeez.
Yeah, how does the gravy get on the cantaloupe? How does the
It spilled over one day. It was an accident.
Yeah.
in what plate?
It makes me want to try that though. That like that. How does the mayonnaise get on the peach?
Yeah.
And
Sounds
then
like an old Nixon lunch, you know, when he'd do the
use cottage
pear
cheese.
and cottage cheese.
Yeah, but that was a diet thing even in the 50s.
Steven, have you ever tried it?
Yeah, I tried it when I was over at the house. I love mayonnaise. I'm one of them guys that'll eat the mayonnaise at the Duke's Mayo Bowl right out of the can. But
Yeah.
still, it's something else. It's not good.
Oh, you didn't like it. Yeah. I like those canned peaches. Very sweet.
Clean.
Yes.
Heavy syrup.
Heavy syrup. I'll eat that. Thank you, Steven. Coleslaw, you're talking about a weird food in your family. Go ahead.
All right, man. P1 Coleslaw here. Love your show, man.
Thank
We from way up in the mountains up there in Kentucky, and my grandma and grandpa, we raised some cows. And every once in a while when a cow will have a calf, they go on out there with a big old bucket and get the afterbirth and fry it up with some eggs.
No.
No.
Afterbirth eggs.
Come on, Slaw.
That is fantastic. The protein in that meal would be unbelievable.
They said that placenta was just like eating a strawberry. Man, so sweet.
Yeah, the placenta is
Oh,
like
my
a
God.
strawberry.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried it?
Oh, yeah, that's what-
You never tried it, though.
No, sir.
No,
No, sir.
no.
I'm not from the mountains of Kentucky.
Dave,
He's civilized.
you're a man. Now, you're a mountain man.
He lives higher up.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, brains.
Thanks,
My
Brains and
father-in-law used to
eggs,
eat
yeah.
brains and eggs.
Yeah, brains and eggs.
That's cow brain, right?
You can buy that in cans still.
Yeah, but afterbirth and eggs. That's a bit.
No,
You
different.
that's,
got to get that one as
It,
fresh.
it's a special occasion.
Thank you,
I
Coleslaw.
grant you that.
And I'll tell you, I had 2 more boiled eggs this morning, and I still can't peel them. I have tried and people have told me different ways to try and make them where they can be. But I'm forever scarring the white of the egg because I cannot peel it.
I'm so sorry.
I've got to get a lesson in that. I don't know. Is there anybody?
There's probably a YouTube tutorial.
I'd have to. But people say, like, I cooked them in the air fryer, which cooked up nicely, and they say put it immediately in ice water, which I've done, and they still won't.
But you're doing it rushing out the door, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you need to sit down and the way civilized people, used to put it on a little egg holder and then take their spoon
and tap
then
it.
turn it and
Yeah.
tap it
Yeah.
and then take the lid off and then
I've seen that.
dig it out and eat it like you're
I
eating.
have seen that.
Like a Vanderbilt.
That's right.
I've seen the British do that as well with their eggs.
Sure, yeah, they're civilized.
Joe, you're talking about weird foods. Go ahead.
My my stepfather put mayonnaise on apple pie.
Whew, mayonnaise and apple pie. But to me, all these combos sound okay to me. I love mayonnaise and I love apple pie, and together I think they might work. Have you ever tried it, Joe?
No, I have not, because I don't want to. Those two don't mix. But what I was going to tell you is, if you want to be able to eat fish and lots of protein and drink sugar, you need to try Dr. Gerard's Let's Get Thin, the website. I'm on it. You can have as much carbs and protein as you want and fish, and all you got to do is get 30 grams of protein morning, lunch, and dinner.
The protein is a big deal. I'm on a plan right now that really stresses protein. And
Dr. Gerard.
I don't know Gerard, but I guess he's out there.
He's a doctor.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate the phone call. Anonymous, you're talking about weird foods in your family or your friends. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, and this is going way back in the country time machine, but and Dave may know about it, but my poppy used to eat something called a hoe cake with king syrup. It was like this syrup that came in a can and had like a lion on it or something, but it was really weird. It was like a lump of bread with syrup on it.
I've seen it.
I've seen king syrup. It's almost, it used to be darker than regular syrup.
Yeah.
I think it was almost like a Cairo type syrup.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What is a hoe cake?
Come here and I'll show you.
It's like it is like
it's like a flapjack, but it's
and then you put that syrup on top.
Well, you might make it with corn instead of wheat. I'm not sure.
A hoe cake.
I never had a hoe cake.
Maybe,
but I'm willing to learn.
Do you know? Does it look like a flapjack? Is that what it looks like?
It looked like a flattened biscuit in a sort.
Yeah.
It was like a big pancake biscuit type thing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's right. Okay, there you are.
Okay.
I wonder how they got the name.
Appreciate that.
They put it on a hoe.
Who knows?
Put it in the fire.
Is where these things come from.
Put it on a hoe.
But those are all. Those are all very interesting.
Mayonnaise has a special place in the South, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
Especially Duke's. Duke's mayonnaise.
Everywhere.
Well,
I mean, put it on bananas and peanut butters and sandwiches.
I like a banana and mayonnaise sandwich. Now, I haven't had it since I was a kid, but we used to make it. You didn't like that? My mother used to make me a banana and mayonnaise sandwich. And what did Elvis used to do? Peanut butter.
Peanut butter, banana mayo.
Yeah.
I just
fried.
I just read a list. I'll never find it. Some TikToker was on talking about weird foods that they make, and now everybody was revealing all these different weird foods. One of them, it was called, I know what it was. This is the TikToker. She called it pickles in a blanket, and this is how it's made.
You're going to take a slice of cheese. I got provolone. I used to just provolone and mozzarella. Put it on your pan. So it's starting to get nice and melty, and it's sizzling. And take a pickle and just plop it in the middle of the slice of cheese, all right? So now the cheese has gotten a little golden and a little bit hard, like a crust almost. I'm going to fold it over and wrap it around the pickle. You a little taquito. There you have it. It's so beautiful, so good. You hear that crunch? I don't care if anyone says this is gross.
All right, pickle wrapped in cheese.
Provolone cheese.
Provolone cheese, frying up to where you can, it's malleable. You put the pickle in the middle of it, fry it up. So it's fried pickle and a piece of cheese.
Well, both of those would appear on a burger, and you wouldn't be
That's right.
grossed out by it.
Yeah, and she said, I don't care if people think this is gross, I'll try it.
No, I don't think it's gross.
Of the things we've heard of so far today, I would try that half a peach with mayonnaise and cheese.
Nah, too much mayonnaise. I couldn't do it.
You're not a mayonnaise.
I love mayonnaise, but it has its place.
Yeah, I would
not in a peach hole.
No, it belongs on a piece of bread or in a potato salad.
I'd put it in a peach hole. That's exactly. I would
put it in your peach hole.
Would you? I would put that in a peach hole. I'll tell you something. I wanted to make sure I got this mentioned. We were talking to the lady. We were talking about eating eggs in Great Britain a minute ago. My wife told me, we were talking about the crown yesterday with Prince or King Charles and the crown he wore. The crown he wore at the coronation. Now, my wife told me this. That the crown he wears at the coronation, he only wears once. Yeah. In that, for that few minutes, and that's it. So it goes, so she wore it, her father wore it, the queen wore it. Everybody wears it for just the coronation.
That's right.
That's it.
That's the crown jewels. That's what goes back to the Tower of London or wherever they keep it.
Yes. So he'll never have that on his head again. And then I was watching Inside Edition. They had a lip reader. And the lip reader was seeing what they said when they were out on the balcony, to each other. It was Camilla and Charles talking to each other. And what they were saying was, this crown is so heavy I can't even lift my head. I can't see anything because the crown is so heavy, according to the lip reader, the lip reading expert. And then they said that the crown on his head that he was wearing on the balcony when he couldn't see, was so heavy, is worth $54 million.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to say 54,000.
No.
Oh, dude.
I was completely. I had no idea.
I think that the jewels are enormous, right?
Yeah,
the diamonds are like the size of
emeralds.
They fit in the palms of your hand.
I had no idea.
That diamond, that clear diamond in the scepter that he holds.
Yeah.
Which he only holds that one time.
Yeah.
Is like the clearest largest diamond in the world.
But $54 million.
That some of that stuff's priceless. You can't even put a price on it.
That stunned me. I did not realize.
He does have another crown that he'll wear to the opening of Parliament, though. That looks like.
Is that right?
Yeah. Is there an everyday crown for just everyday king?
He might have like a regular,
like athleisure.
Yeah, that you can. You wear it at a jaunty angle.
There was a.
It doesn't have the felt.
This is British as well. Somebody went on their social media and this is in London, and walked up to random people and said, act like you're an American. Speak like you're an American. So this is basically what Brits think of us, off the cuff like
I love
that.
this stuff.
So he says, just talk like you're an American, and he put the best ones out there.
Literally, Coachella is the best festival I've ever been to in my life. Can I have a glass of water?
I literally cannot deal with all of these people around here. They're such vegans. I just want some meat, okay? A big fat cheeseburger and some fries would be so good.
I went to Coachella this year, and there was like no vegan options. Oh my god, I'm like drinking a beer.
I literally don't know anything.
We're literally like eating so much food today, drinking so many drinks.
That is disgusting.
So those are all British people putting on American accents. And he said, say anything you want.
A+ work.
I love it.
You wouldn't know they were British.
No.
If you wouldn't have said anything.
And you know what they're saying about us is we're saying literally a lot.
All that's females.
That's got to be from social media, though.
Yeah, that's all under 25-year-old females.
They were all women.
I mean, they all mentioned literally in Coachella.
I know. And they were so literally upset. That's what they
Can
think.
I have a glass of water? That's my favorite.
And in your sentence, I
saw a woman. She sounded
really
like
good.
That is,
I hate when British people can do American accents so flawlessly. They don't even notice.
Many can't. Biggie and I watched that show Succession. He told me half the actors on there are British. I had no idea. And they do it very, very well.
The lead actor is that Brian. What's his name?
Yeah. Now with him, Brian. Now I've forgotten his name. Brian Cox.
Cox.
Yeah, but the others, according to Biggie, are British, and I didn't even know that.
The redhead, she's British, I think.
Yes, the woman on
Siobhan.
Yeah, Shiv. She's British, and I didn't even know that. Apparently, one of the brothers is too.
Jeremy Strong.
Yeah, Kieran Culkin is not, of course.
No,
but he is as well.
So is Tom.
Oh, he's
Chip's
British
husband. Yeah,
it's crazy. As Chris Chip said, they do that accent very, very well. I saw this. This is American. A woman. She's out on her social media. She's upset. And her husband put it on TikTok. I don't even know if it's real that she's creating drama. Maybe he's just a TikToker. But she sounds exactly like the impression they were just giving. She's pregnant. She's like 8 months pregnant. And the hospital has informed her only one person can be in the delivery room with her. And she's choosing her mom over her husband. And she's telling her husband, oh, it's so terrible. You can't be in the delivery room with me. And this is how she sounds.
Are you okay, Mel?
No.
What happened?
My mom can't be in the delivery room with me. And that freaks me out.
So the hospital literally just said your mom cannot be there?
It's only one person. And as much as I love you and think that you're going to be very supportive,
you want
I
your mom
want
there.
My mom.
Yeah, of course. We'll get this figured out. Mel, we will get it figured out, I promise.
Okay.
Okay?
I need you to talk to the people because I can't think about talking to anyone right now.
Okay. I'll get it all figured out. Don't even worry.
I want to talk to my mom.
Okay.
Did you hear him too? Did they literally just tell you that right now? That you can't be. I can't be in the delivery room.
She sounds like a child.
Yeah,
I'd be good with that.
Oh yeah. He's probably on the inside going, "Thank God."
Yeah. Don't worry. I'll give him a piece of my mind.
Yeah.